Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Ashley's Treasure, and today I have another haul to share with you. This was from a couple different thrift stores. One of the first things I got, I was really excited when I saw this because I've been looking for something like this, and I have no idea what this was originally made for. They had it in the electronics for $2, and we were just starting to leave, and I looked back and I saw this in the corner in their electronic stuff, and I saw these little storage units, and I want something like this for all of my Tim Holtz inks, the little square ones. Like all of these, and granted these are wider than that. I have no idea what this originally was for, but it does have like a seal thing on here which says Napa Valley Box 1872, which granted this obviously I don't believe is made in 1872, but I really like it. It's good quality, you know, compared to like stuff they make nowadays, and they do fit in there perfect. Although it is a little wide here. I wish that this was a little bit further, but this can't be taken apart because they're stapled. It's stapled in, and it would just like tear the wood apart from the way they did a good job so it'll stay into place. But if I could fit 4 in a row. And there's like 10, so I can fit 30, but if this was moved further over, I could fit 40 in here. So I definitely have to keep this in mind and see if my dad has any scrap wood like this to make a duplicate of this, but have these more narrow, so that way I could fit 40 instead of just 30. But this is absolutely perfect for what I'm going for, and so now I can put them all in here. And I do have a label maker, and I can put the names of them on the side, and then have like all my oxides and stuff together and distressing. So now I have a place to go here, and I can take one at a time, compared to right now I just have like, I have one of those 12 by 12 iris, you know, plastic drawer things, and I hate taking the whole thing out, and then I gotta take all these colors out, trying to get the one on the bottom, you know, and it's kind of annoying. And then, so I do have the ones that I use the most. I have on my desk right here on this like little shelving unit, and I have them all piled up like this. I have like 3 big piles of them, and still that's kind of annoying because I'm like constantly taking them out trying to find that color. And now this time they'll all be perfect in their own places, and so I just gotta label them, and it's gonna be great. And I got it only for $2. I was super excited. I got this little bag of goodies. There was one of these thrift stores that I really like going to, but the lady that originally owned it gave it to a family that does another thrift store the other side of town, in this small town, and I think she just kind of got tired of it. She was an older lady. She had to be in her late 80s or early 90s, and then she had one of her friends that was around that same age range that helped her too, and I think both of them just kind of got overwhelmed with it and just didn't want to do it anymore. So they donated their whole store, all the stuff that was in it, to this other family that does another thrift store. And so one of the sisters and moms are doing the one that they're originally at, and now another sister is now took over this one. And so the prices are pretty much the same. I think they're still selling, because this was from the original lady. I could tell because she would put everything in plastic like this, and like something she would have like in like a little ribbon, and like the pricing and everything. She was the sweetest thing ever, and she always rounded things up, like especially if you were using cash. Like she didn't do tax, you know. She was just a really sweet lady and had really good prices. But now this other one's taken over, and I don't think she seems pretty nice. I go to the other thrift store a lot too, which we did go there too. But this was $1.25, and I saw these anchors, and I wanted them so bad, because I love anchors. I love anything to do with water. This one, these had these little appliques. This one, I thought was really cute. You can tell this one's old. This one does need to be cleaned. It does look a little dirty. This one hasn't even been used. I absolutely love this one. They had another one very similar to this, but it was gold, but it was very shiny, and it was just by itself for 50 cents. I almost did, but it's so glittery and shiny. I'd rather just like it gold instead of glittery gold looking. But you can tell this is old, made in the USA, made in red, navy, white, and gold. Fast color, Ryan, made in the USA. And I even love this paper. I'm gonna save that too, so I love that. And then these ones were, oh gosh, what do you call these? And I was looking this up too, because I found a recent book that I got. trying to remember which ones these were for. Was it National Guard or the Marines that had these ones, weren't they? That had these for the uniforms and stuff. I can't remember. I was looking in a book and it would show all the patches that they add to their uniforms and the name of them, and there was two of them that has this. Was it the Navy I'm thinking of, maybe? Was it the Navy and the Marine that has these? I can't remember. I can't remember without looking back at it. But these were in there too. I love this old aged paper. I'm thinking Navy since it had this in there. That was my first guess. And then had this little one on top of it too. Which this one I don't think is original. Like these ones look, you know, from that. But I love that. I had to get that. And she put this all in a little Christmas bag too. Which was sweet of her. Oh, I found this ribbon. I thought it was really pretty. Home Sweet Home. I don't know how much it was. She didn't have a price on it. They did have this. I wouldn't mind spending 99 cents on it because it seems like there's quite a bit on there. And it's very pretty. It's different. And it's not just white. And it makes me kind of think of flowers, kind of like tulips maybe. But it's white and pink. Granted, it's not cotton, you can tell. Yeah, polyester, 100% polyester. But originally there was 4 yards on it. There's got to be over a yard and a half to 2 yards. Sorry, hubby called. He's on his way home, so I gotta hurry up before he gets home. Oh, and then I found, well, first I found these ones for $1. They're these little brads, and it looks like flowers are in it. I might as well open it. There's flowers and leaves, and they're all silver. I don't think they're real silver. They're probably like nickel or whatever. But here's, yeah, like these different leaves. Isn't that cute? And then I can also use alcohol ink on these, and I actually love brads. I always loved using those in projects, albums, junk journals. And I thought there was one more design, unless that's the only two. Oh no, it's got these ones too. Isn't that so cute? Yeah, I've definitely rest that up and make more brown and stuff for fall. Yeah, they're just, okay, they are all different leaves. I thought these ones were flowers, but no, that's a different type of leaf. Those are so cute. And I don't know how many were in here. 25, 50 maybe? I don't know. But I love those. Found these ones, which have little rhinestones at the end. And so that one was $1 too. I think there are less of these than the leaves. I don't know. But I've never seen little brads with little gems on it. Isn't that so cool? Granted, these ones are all like diamond looking ones. But I'm like, yes, please. There were two or three of these, and I just grabbed one for being $1. If they were like 50 or 25, I probably would buy them all. And then next to them, I found this one that looked older because it was like rusting out. I'm like, ooh, I like that. And I found out that these ones are actually different colors. There's red, blue, and green, I believe. Yeah, there's red. There's a green one. There's a blue one. I think that's all the colors. Yeah. Isn't that so cool? I'd never seen brads with little gems like that on it. Scrapbooking essentials. I loved that. So I had to get those. And then I keep finding things with angels in it, and I saw these little like confetti things, and they're gold little angels, and it was only 50 cents, so I thought that'd be something cute to add in with that and keep them in there. And then I found another applique. This was only 50 cents, originally $1.64 at Walmart, but it was like little rosebuds, and I thought that was so cute. Is that two separate, or is that all together as one? I'm not sure. I thought it was one, but now it looks like two. No, that's one. Okay. But that's really pretty, and that's a pretty big size, so I thought that was worth it. And then I found this, which looks like a label that you would put on like the cover of a journal or something, but the top of it is cut off. and then they punched another hole to go this way. So originally they go this way. I don't know if these clip on or what, but this looks like something. Oh no, it's not. www.daisiespaper.com. This was back in 2005. Yeah, I don't know Daisy D's. I thought this was like K & Company or something like they would make. Okay, so it looks like it does have like a stick on there. Like a sticker, I mean. Not a stick. They are metal. It's kind of bent that way. I gotta flatten that out. So then you just slide, you know, paper in between there and then stick this on for the cover. I thought that was really cool. And I like the, you know, distressed look to them. I really like those. So for 50 cents, I thought that was reasonable. And then you just peel that off and stick. So that's cool. And then I got 2 necklaces. This one I thought I'm gonna wash it, of course. This one was really long, and my daughter likes necklaces, and she likes, you know, I have like the little bead, normal cheap bead ones you get from the dollar stores, you know, for her, like this. And I like this peachy color one. I just thought it was different, but I'm gonna let it soak and clean it. And there's like 2 in 1, and they're very long, and you know how you can like layer them and stuff. So I thought this would be something fun to play dress up with her, being a peachy color like that. Sadly, I wish that these could be removed, but no, they're, you know, stuck on, you know, they won't come off of the string. So then I did find these, they had a bunch of seashell ones, and this one I thought was quite long, and I really liked these ones. They're much smaller, so I'm definitely going to use this for junk journals. I'm going to take this one apart and use it for stuff like that. And look how many teeny tiny shells. There's like, there has to be like, I don't know, a couple hundred shells in there. And I like how they're light, you know, they're not too colored, kind of neutral. Love that. So that's all I got from that one. After we went to that thrift store, we went to the her sister's thrift store that we go to all the time. And I found this paper. It's very, very long. I don't even know how long it is. Looks like 18 inches long. Does it even say on here? It says 100 sheets, 36 columns, made in Mexico. They're 11 by 17. Oh, I didn't start there. I said it once, so yeah, 17. That's like really big. And I like the end here. I thought it was kind of different, and it's got blue and red stripes on here, and it has numbers here, you know. I just thought it was really interesting paper. And there's so many sheets in here, so I don't think it was even used, and I thought this would be fun to dye. And you know, I could do so many folds and stuff, you know. I can do like triple fold and stuff like that, so I thought this was worth it for $5. This I got at St. Vincent. This is like one that's further away that I really love going to. I always find really good deals there. Same place as that first thing that I showed you to store my inks in. I found this little storage unit. This one was for $4. It's quite heavy. This would be like for like your office stuff, you know. There's a bigger drawer and a smaller drawer here, and then all these little cubbies, and then 3 going this way, or 4 going this way. And I thought, and I can store things on top of it too, and it's really nice. It's super heavy. I can't get over it. You don't think it would be that heavy, but it is. But I was gonna set this on one of my desks, and I thought this would be great for all the cards that I make, because a lot of them I like pre-made, you know, because I like certain sizes, so I can do certain colors, and then the envelopes for them for the different sizes, so they're ready to go. And like certain things I use with my cards, you know, or bigger envelopes I could put here, stuff, you know. It's just simple things like that. Like all the seals I use, or stickers and washi tapes I use for that, I could put in here. I just thought that'd be a nice way, and it's really nice. I like the color of wood and everything. It's definitely worth the $4. This is another thrift store. I only spent $5.88. I like scored here, I think. But this was at Walmart. I actually got this for $3. Originally it's $7.98. But I got scrapbook, you know, collections that have like really cool dinosaurs like this, and I thought this would be an awesome closure for it, and it's just like the right size for like an album or a junk journal, which I need to make for my son, because my son used to be really into dinosaurs. Like, he still is, but when he was little he was like hardcore into dinosaurs. It was so cool. But we went to some dino events in Dino Quest, so it looks like life-size dinosaurs and stuff, and I want a scrapbook about that. And you know, I thought this would be an awesome closure for it, and plus his favorite color is green, and this is green on it, and I like the wood or leather to it, so I thought that was perfect, so I got that for that. But all this stuff I got at what used to be a souvenir shop that closed down. Well, now it's like a thrift flea market in a way. It's like a flea market, but it's like inside. I know, it's completely new. They had a lot of clothes in there, but there was one end that had, you know, a lot of furniture and stuff. But I did find a little toy section and some artsy stuff. And these ones were like farm theme going on. And yeah, it says $4, but I think I got everything like half price or something like that. But there's like part of a fence here. There's a really nice barn here. Here's like a frame with like cow prints. I'm like, this is so cute for a farm journal. And yeah, they look almost like practically new. So this was all the way back in 1999. Hampton Art stamps. That's 1977. It just says art on there. Yeah, I have no idea what this one's from. But they're all clean. They look like they weren't even used. So for a farm journal, I thought that was perfect. I couldn't say no to that, and I thought it was worth it. Normally, whenever I find farm things, they're very cartoony, cutesy looking, you know. I like things more like this, more realistic. I wanted to look at this book because I was really inspired by 50 cents. I think I got it for $1. This is Freestyle quilts, and it's amazing the scraps that they use and the pictures to make. This is all scraps of fabric that they use to make look real. It really amazed me, and I thought some of this would be really fun to use in junk journals, so I kind of want to just keep looking at this. And instead of using fabric, you know, I could use fabric, I could use paper, you know, all sorts of different, you know, items, and make beautiful things like this in journals and cards and stuff. Look at all that. And then they're sewn, all the little petals and everything. Isn't that amazing? Sorry for the glare. And they had like a bunch of underwater stuff too. A lot of fish. I love the fish. So cool. Oh, there's a big beetle thing. I'm in love with these. Because I almost want to just cut them out and use them as like big pockets and journals and stuff. But at the same time, I want to keep it because it's really inspiring and makes me want to try something like this. There's butterflies. Isn't that amazing? Like, they saw different patterns of fabric and just their way of seeing things is just amazing. Oh, I love that. And then how they sewn to make it look like waves. Yeah, I love this. And they do have some stencils for the fish. And showing how they did it step by step. There's more stencils for fish. A really pretty moth or butterfly. Oh, there's even a lobster. Oh, there's some kind of bug. It almost looks like cicadas. Starfish. There's people swimming at a lake. Oh, it's crazy. The skills they have. A lazy cat. Oh, it's so beautiful. There's even fish sewn in the background. So yeah, this must be what they got inspired from, and then saw these colors, and gosh, that's amazing. I love it. So I definitely thought it was worth 50 cents to look into. I found some trim. This one's like the little eyelets, and I'm assuming $1, so I got like half price for all of this. Even for $1, I thought it was worth it. Yeah, definitely worth it. And it's old, it's aged, you know, it's colored. So normally I don't go for this one anymore because, you know, I got a bunch of it, but because of being that cheap, and I like the Ajax, the ones I have are very white, but this one is definitely more vintage, and I loved that. And then I found another wider piece of lace, again for $1. Sterling lace, there's a little pin. Look how wide that is. Isn't that so pretty? It's got like the same thing but like doubled. And it's kind of, what's that color? Like taupe or whatever, where it's kind of like a beige pink like color. There's a lot on there too. So I believe I got it for 50 cents. And it has staining from the tape that used to be on there. The old tape. Put that back in there. I even like this wooden board on here. Oh, I love it. So that was definitely worth it. I found this nice fabric. It is quite thick. I think, I don't know, somebody did this themselves. You can tell from the sewing. I believe that this was from like a curtain or something that they were making, and this is like the scraps of it. They were selling it for $1 and I got it for half of that, so 50 cents. I got all this beautiful gingham, although it's not cotton, but I love the color. I like the vintage look of it. This would be, because of being stronger like this, I think this would look good on a cover or like the spine of a journal, pockets, you name it. I love it. And then when I was getting ready to cash out, there was one section I didn't see. They had a bunch of more fabric and napkins and stuff, and I found this little like table runner or mat or whatnot, but it's quite big, and it looks like a quilt or whatever, but you know, it's just printed that way, but it's still, you know, it has the diamond stitch to it, which I really like. And I thought, which way did I do it? I did it like this way, you know, right here I can do two journals, two big size journals, you know, open up like this. I thought it would look so cute. Oh, I didn't know there were some stains in there, which I'm perfectly fine with. It was $2. I got it for $1. You know, I can make two journals out of this. I thought that was so cute. I love the colors going on here, especially with like the blue and the red. I love that. It definitely gives that summer feel to it. I found these, the iron-on. These are Once Upon a Tree 4007. And then it has like the name of the trees on here. Some pine cones. I got it for $1. Actually, half of that. Yeah, isn't that great? I never seen ones like this. Normally it's always like fruit and cute little animals and stuff like that. But I never seen little plants like that. I love that. For a nature journal, that's perfect. And it's not too big. A lot of times these are like huge. So I was excited about that. That was worth it. And then I can't remember their books. Like hardcovers were like 50, and then paper ones were like $1, I think. And I found two books that I was interested in. I found this one, a Beatrix Potter one. I love the little size to it. And there's no barcode in here, so barcode started in the late 70s. But I noticed that like there's different like ones that were made that don't have the date on it. But they were all different colors. There's like a light blue one of these, and I thought there was like a yellow. There's this dark green. All of them were made at different times, but the pages are kind of glossy. Does this one have the year on here? I'm not seeing it. Or no. No. Yeah, I'm not seeing the year. Just like the original. Or no, printed, published in 1987. So then there would be a barcode, unless there's one. Maybe there was a set of them, and maybe it was the barcode was on the box, maybe. Who knows? But these are sewn in, and there's no scribbles on this one. And it's the same as the same pictures from this journal that I made, the same exact pictures, but it's just mini, it's just smaller. So I thought that was awesome. So now I can make like a mini version of this. So yeah, it definitely was worth that. For like a quarter because of being half price. And then I found this baby book. I thought it was so cute, and I showed my dad, and he's like, you know what, I think I still got mine. And so he went through his garage and found his, and oh my god, it was the cutest thing. It's very similar to this, and it had pictures of him when he was first born, and you know, the card, you know, when you're just born, and congratulations cards and all that stuff. And this one wasn't even used. This one looks a little older than my dad's, because look at the aging. Isn't that so cute? But it was nice seeing my grandmother's handwriting again and just reading certain things. They wrote down the first time he was on a boat and like his personality and first time crawling and stuff. It was just really cute. And then I like that I was able to find this one because, oh my gosh, it's so cute. So definitely use this for like a baby journal. And the pages are quite thick. I thought that was awesome. That was worth it. This is more stuff from another St. Vincent. It was closer. I like this one because it has like red and browns and like that cream color. It's 16 by 20 and I got it for $1.25. And it's very thick. Like this is something that they would use for like curtains or even furniture maybe, gosh. But yeah, I really love that vintage color to it. I found these metal tags, which don't you get these at like dollar store or something? So I got it for 75 cents. Hasn't even been opened. There's 2 in here. I thought it'd be something interesting to do. I thought maybe I could use alcohol ink or something to make these look older. They changed one of the rooms where they have all their lace and fabric. They have this like shelving unit now. They must have got it from another store or something. And they had it all very organized. I think I took a picture of it, so I'll add that in there. But I found so much more lace this time because of it. This one was too, but it was so thick. You know, I like the thick lace like this. I'm kind of sad that they stapled it in there. Where's my staple remover when I need it? But look at that. Isn't that pretty? So it has like these larger flowers and smaller flowers. Although it is white, but I thought it was really pretty. A nice little pocket, you know. And it did come with this cute little pink ribbon with the little loops on the side. I found this one for $1. Granted, these ones are the eyelets, but it was much wider, longer, and it had just like a different design to it, one that I don't see. I thought it was really pretty, and it's got little scallops on the bottom. I really like this one, and this one looks older too, because it's like aged look to it. It's not white. And again, comes with this really pretty blue ribbon. This one's velvet ribbon. That's awesome. I found this lace. I think somebody did this themselves. Yeah, so they used this one and then did these ones at the end of it. So I like these like on the spine and have these dangle out. I thought that would be really pretty. And then you can thread some fine ribbon in between that. This was 50 cents for all of this. I found these cute little doilies. 75 cents, but they're little hearts, which I actually could have used for the last project that I just did. And this lace, but that's okay. Really cute. And they're just paper, so you can make them any color. I found this stationery set, and I looked, you could tell it was old. I don't know, would you say 60s, 70s maybe? I got it for 50 cents. I would so reuse this. And then it has a little pouch there, and then I can use a journal to come in and out and use pockets here. And then yeah, you just, oh gosh, look, there's staining on there, because you can see where the little seal, I don't know if you could see the circles. That's where the little seals were that end up dyeing the paper. Oh, they're so pretty. But yeah, you would write to your friend and then just put one of the seals on there and then mail it on there. You put the stamp there and then to and from. They don't do that anymore. Are they all that way? Yeah. There's quite a few in here. And I just thought that was so pretty. And it was worth 50 cents. I found this bag of fabric. This was $2. Sometimes the fabric is a little pricey. But I really liked this one. But it was all stapled up, so I couldn't really see it. But all the flowers on it, there was a lot of flowers. And being bordered like this, I thought that could be like tags or something. Sorry, I'm throwing these staples in the garbage before I lose them. Or drop them. I don't want little one to get a hold of it. Alright, let's see these flowers. Oh yeah, look at that. Is that like a carnation? I'm not good with names of flowers. Does it say the year at all? I don't see that, but I always like these color strips too. Oops, sorry. I hit the camera. Ooh, I love that one. Look at that. Is that posies? That's what it says right there. Or no, it says postcard. I thought it said posies. Oh gosh. But they are quite big. They look like 6x6. So for like a 6x6 album or journal, there's so many different flowers. These would be great for those fairy garden, you know? These flowers look like it could go with that. Have one of those little fairies like fussy cut and added on there. I might save this for that. And it has even a little bird. 1, 2, there's Lily. 4, 5, 6. There's 6 different types of flowers on here, and it looks like you get 2 of each. That is beautiful. I love that. Okay, so that was worth it. I found this lace, which looks vintage. It was 50 cents. Special value. They got it for 49 cents, and I got it for 50 cents. I wish it showed the year. Somebody marked it down for a quarter. But it's white, and then it's got these yellow down the center, and I don't normally find things with yellow, and I do like the color yellow. But isn't that so cute? I know, would you say that was in the 60s, 70s too? I'm not sure. There's a nice amount in there. 2 yards. I believe it. I love it. I found this one as well. But this one had, you know, another really pretty different design. And it's longer. And, you know, I can always fussy cut, you know, them out. And I can always undo this part so it's not gathered like that. And this was 75 cents. I thought that was pretty. And then this big bag of scraps. It was $2. There's, what does it say? White on white and cream on cream. $2. So let's see. I could see there's like floral design on these. And that's why it's like $2 for all this fabric. And I was wondering if I could copy dye these or spray them or something. And maybe it'll show up more. Oh yeah, look at those pretty flowers. I don't know what oh, there's a pumpkin there? Yeah, there's a pumpkin there. I don't know, can you see? Yeah. Isn't that pretty? And there's so much on here. I don't know if it's all like that. But it was really pretty. So they did make a quilt or something. There's a lot of squares. Or triangles, sorry. Yeah, there's a bunch of triangles in here. There's a couple strips. Those are so pretty. So yeah, I think dyeing it, or, you know, even ink or something will help make them stand out more. But yeah, there's a bunch of it in here, and I was trying to see what they were meaning by cream on cream. Ooh, look at this old fabric. That's pretty. I love that. I don't know, they all look the same to me. Ooh, there's some more of that one. I love that. Nice strip. I got these in strips. Yeah, there's so much of it. So yeah, that was worth, don't you think that was worth $2? I think so. There's even smaller strips and little triangles. I love it when there's pieces like this already cut up, because then it makes me not feel bad of cutting them up. It's easier for me using things that are already small and cut up. I found this little like sewing square, you know, for cutting fabric, and it was only $1. I have rectangles. I think I got a bigger square, but I thought it'd be nice to have a little square one. This is like, what, 4x4? I found these cards. They look like vintage postcards, but they're, you know, reprints, and it was only 50 cents. Isn't that so cute? And they're blank inside. And they have these nice envelopes too. And they're off-white too. They're a nice creamy color. So two. And then this one, ABC cubes. Isn't that so cute? One. And then this one, telephone, this sociable telephone, a game for the smart set. And there's pretty butterflies. It's that ABC one again. And that one again. So I got like 2 of each. That's nice, especially for 50 cents. And then I love anything and everything to do with water, and I saw these dolphins, and I love dolphins. And I saw Holly Hobby in here too, so I thought that was worth it, and together it was 75 cents. Dolphins are my favorite animal. Looks like all of these are the same. And then just has some plain white envelopes. It's not thick, it's just like, it's big, it's thicker than printer paper for sure, but it's not cardstock for sure, but that's fine. Like, I absolutely love this. A note from Francis. So it must have been personally made. I love that. I can always put something over there, like some starfish or bubbles or just some lace over it, something. And here are the Holly Hobby ones. So it comes with envelopes. It looks like they're all the same. Isn't that cute? These definitely look vintage. 1950, 60, 72. 1972. It's very thick. Yeah, they're all the same. And then these yellow envelopes. These are thinner than, the cards are thicker than the envelope. These are really cute. I like that color. That's great for fall. And they're not sticking, so that's awesome. Yeah, and even the packaging has Holly Hobby on it. That's cool. I saw these wedding wishes, but I liked these cards in it. They had a bunch of these, so I grabbed one of them. It was only $1. But I love these like flower ones. These ones. With best wishes. Yeah, like these are similar to like the ones that I saw in my dad's old baby book. And I like the little envelopes to it. Look at these ones, isn't that cute? But these ones are shiny. These definitely aren't made back when those ones were, but 2, 3, and then they just have some of these in that wedding wishes. Like these would be like those little cards you would put in a bouquet of flowers. That'd be great for a wedding journal or just flowers, anything really. I saw this journaling note paper for 50 cents. It looks like Thomas Kincaid, and I love his work. And I love anything and everything to do with water. And there's a lighthouse, little cottage. I love it. The lake or ocean. And then it also came with this paper as well. Look how cute that is. And they're not sticky, you just peel right off. How adorable is that? So that was worth 50 cents for sure. And then I found this really pretty woven, or I almost said blanket, basket. It's very thick. It almost feels like plastic, but it's not. And it was well, you know, some parts are kind of chipping a little, but it's still pretty well taken care of. I do need to let it soak. I got it for $1 to clean. I thought it'd just be pretty to have on my shelves and have fabric or lace or something inside of there, but it is quite dusty, so I wanted to soak a little bit and clean and everything. Somebody got it from a yard sale for 50 cents. Oh well, that's fine. I really like it. I love the design. I thought it was really good condition, but yeah, it's definitely dusty. Need to be cleaned. I love finding containers like this and everything. They're for index cards. This is for the larger ones, and it had really nice dividers in here. It was $1.50, but this one's better than ones I normally find. Normally these parts are broken, but it wasn't, and plus it came with these, which I don't have these ones. I thought they were really cool. Oh, they're actually like a little file folder. It look at all the numbers, and it's all the months. There's November, December, March, May, January. It doesn't look like they're all in here. There's May, is that July? Oh, somebody drew on that one. That's okay. The outside isn't, but I could just put paper over that. So yeah, I mostly wanted these, and I could always use another storage. I love using these. So I'll definitely use that up. I also found this metal one. I like these little metal ones from index cards. This one was $3, but this one's definitely a vintage one. You can still see the seal on there. But yeah, they use these two for like recipe cards and stuff. And this one was in really good condition. Yeah. So I'm going to use that for storing more. I found the bag. I couldn't find it at first. This was the other sister's thrift store that I went to. They had a bunch of these ones. These were, I'm assuming, from Michael's because it's recollections. Yeah, that's Michael's. Originally $9.99. I got it for 99 cents. They had quite a few of these, but I liked the small letters and the numbers, and there's even tinier numbers. And so I thought it'd be great for when I'm making fake postage stamps. You know, you want to put the little price on there, and those are small enough. And that's like perfect for that. And then they did have some little shapes and, you know, all the seasons, little arrows maybe. But I mostly got it just for the letters and the numbers. That seal's not bad. Like that I could use and put a number inside of it. You know, but yeah, I thought that was worth it. Got some more lace. Gosh, I got a lot of lace. 99 cents. Oh, this is actually thinner than I thought. That's really nice. I don't have that. There's quite a bit on there. And then this really nice one. I love this one. And it's like off-white, and it looks like crocheted or whatever. Or would you call this tatting or crocheted? I don't know. But I love it. It's like my great-grandmother made doilies like this, so that fine. Oh, I wish I could have her doilies. I don't know what happened to them. I hope that my mom took them. I don't know. I found this, which is a small medium table cloth, I'm assuming. I got it as is for $1.99. Cut this. This makes me wonder how it is, but I thought it was unique. I thought it was different because of the brown in it, and I saw there was some like pink flowers in here. Yeah, okay, so there's little snags in here, which I am perfectly fine with. I love that. Yeah, this is for like a small square table or rectangle table, whatever. Very pretty. Ooh, I love this. Yeah, there's like a little vase of pretty flowers. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, and look at all these little ones to cut out too. Love it. Yeah, that was worth it. I got some rickrack. I got some of the fine red and fine gold for 50 cents. I found these jeans. They were doing like outside sales, so I think this was half off. I think I got it for $1.50 instead of $3.99. Either way, I like it. I thought this would be really cute. I'm not gonna wear it, but I liked these like lace appliques going on here on the sides, and the floral to it. I thought, how pretty would this be for like a cover of a journal? You could do two of them, just cut it in half, and like this can be the back and this could be the front of a journal. Like how cute and pretty would that be if I could make two journals out of this? I don't even know what brand it was. Mossimo Supply Company, size 7 fit 6. I don't know, but I'll wash it again. They always wash everything. That's the nice thing. They do wash everything before they sell it, but I still wash it again. I found some more paper doilies, and I like these ones because they're so detailed, all the leaves, and then they have the center is detailed as well, so I thought that was worth it. It was 99 cents, and there's a lot in there. There's so many in there. I like that size too for layering. This looked like some old vintage sewing stuff. Miscellaneous bag for $1.99. They have this so taped up it's not even funny. Ooh, there's some buttons. Yeah. Oh, this is an old plastic button. You just tell by feeling it. You just know when you feel it. Oh, love that. Put that back in there. I don't know, what'd you say, 70s, 80s maybe? I don't know. Oh, this is actually eyes for teddy bears and dolls. They're little brown eyes. A little scary. 39 cents. Ooh, I love this. I think that's the same button that fell off. Yeah. That's cute. I'll reuse that. This is that bias tape or whatever. Some blacks. Oh, look at these buttons. These almost look like clovers. Just right. Oh my gosh, so that's definitely got to be for like an Irish, you know, St. Patrick's theme journal. Here's some more snaps. Pretty cool to use. Some tiny ones. Ooh, I love that. It's pretty. What is this? It's very thick. It feels like cardboard. But then there's fabric around it. I don't know. Maybe I could use that on a spine or something. That looks a little bit newer. It's from Walgreens, actually. Huh. Singer sewing. Little eyelets. There's 2 in there. Vintage ones. Loving this. I always loved old packaging like this. Gosh. Grippers, fasteners, snap fasteners. Oh, I love it. I like that blue too. It's the same but with red. This must be the next size up. Yeah, this is size 16. This is 15 and size 16. Even those would be fun to use. Can you see the engraving on it, like the design to it? Excited to glare. It's not going to show much, but I don't want to take them out. They're really pretty. I like these. And then this is for patching up, you know, holes in jeans. Just iron on. So that was worth it. Found this little photo album. But look at the cover. Can you see the engraving on here? How pretty would that be? I would, you know, cut this out. I would save this plastic thing for doing a cinch maker thing or whatever. Or maybe I could still use the cinch. I don't know. But I would take these out, or should I just use this to store photos that I fussy cut out? You know, I have a big album full of that, and then maybe I could use this for smaller ones, or just make a beautiful album out of this. So many possibilities. And that was 99 cents. It's Hallmark. I found this bigger one, which looks like it was like handmade. Yeah, recycled paper, and it's got real leaves pressed in with it. $1.99. And this has like the double photos in here. So again, you know, I could just tear these out and make a beautiful journal out of this. Put this as the cover. I would do like a nature thing, or like a nature fairy thing or something. I don't know. For a sewing journal, I thought these were so cute. Got it for 99 cents. It has little threads, you know, tape measure, a needle, buttons, thimbles. You know, how cute is that? I'll just take these, cut these back parts off. Thought that was worth it. And then I love dolphins, and I think my daughter does too. She gets so excited when she sees dolphins. These were $1, and I just really liked them. Normally I don't get little figurines, but I really liked them. I thought they were so cute, especially these two. It has like a little baby one in with the mommy. How adorable is that? And they were all $1. And then I have one similar to this, because it's made out of like a rock. The one I have is like a dark, like medium blue. This one's a little bit different, because the one I have, the tail goes down and it's flat. Yeah, this is like carved out of a stone or whatnot. But this one is 2 and then glued together. My other one is just one whole piece. So this looks like an older one. And my favorite colors are blue and yellow, and it's blue and yellow, so I had to get it. And then I got more rickrack. This one's a nice green. I like the small ones, and it was only 50 cents. I think this video is getting long, and I still got a big box full of stuff and a little bag with some books in it. So I think I'm gonna do that in a separate video. So stay tuned for that, and if you like it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to see what all I do with all these fun little things, and see what other finds I made. So yeah, if you like it, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.